thought might as well do one last video on the way home. So I've been watching this video on non-duality. I call myself a non-dualist. I'd use that label to describe what I believe for a long time now. In a sense, non-duality is what all the religions and spiritual teachings and even philosophies and everything is kind of trying to say, but it just doesn't have the guts to say it. You're not in control, you know. And I get there through what I've said prior to build up to this. We don't have free will. I think I've shown that, and I think you can see that for yourself if you compare your choice to actions you don't have control over. So what does this mean? That you have no control over anything. And if you don't have control over anything, what does that mean about you? Who are you if you're not a controller? Are you that voice in your head? You hear it, don't you? And it comes and it goes, but don't you have this sense that you're there all the time behind this coming and going? Really what the truth, or rather the untruth of free will means, is that the big be-all and end-all, that the ground for everything is you. We pop up out of it, and it sustains us while we're out of it. That language is kind of clumsy. Stuff happens. We're always aware of that, and because I'm speaking in a language which has within it a certain grammatical structure, that kind of makes it almost impossible to speak about a predicate without a subject, or a subject without a predicate. You know, like say if you take away from the predicate the subject, it's like say if you take away from the fist the hand, where's the fist? And if you take away from the hand any kind of description of the hand, you know, like hard, soft, 5-digited and stuff like that, which are all predicates of a hand, where's the hand? So you've got this subject predicate kind of form, basic form or basic structure of language. And we think of ourselves as a subject which has predicates, which acts, which does stuff, but we're never aware of the subject. These things just happen, they arise and they come and they go. And if you compare what you call internal phenomena, say like your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, to external phenomena, say like that road there, you can see it, can't you? And I mean, I can look ahead, I can see something's coming, which is why I'm maintaining my vision like that. Boom, so you saw the car come across. Your internal phenomena has the same basic structure as that. You know, for a bit it's empty, your inner screen or whatever you want to call it is empty, something comes in, something goes out, it's the same. Outside and inside is the same. So this distinction between the outside and inside is seen as arbitrary when we start looking into it and comparing the two states. Really, it's like we get conned by our language into confusing the world as it is and the world as we talk about it. And every single idea or thought or speech about the world is contingent, you know, or we should make it contingent, something that's up for review and change. And it's always got a purpose. There's always a reason why we're trying to explain or understand the world, and generally that reason is to manipulate it and make it so that we can be more effective and do more. And but this idea that we're not important, we're not the centre of it all. We, as humans, we so desperately want to be the hero of the story and the controllers over our own fate. We want to be given hope, you know, we feel miserable and we want to be given that hope that we can get better, that we can feel happy from that state of misery. And there's something we can do, that we can go somewhere and get something and it will make us happy. But there's a deeper, kind of better way of seeing things. Paul, in one of the epistles, I can't remember which one, he says something along the lines, I've learnt to be content, both full and empty, you know, with great wealth or whatever, and poverty and all that kind of stuff, which the prosperity gospel's forgotten. But and then you go to these churches and they seem to be saying the same thing, that all is God, you know, that the kingdom of heaven is within you, ye are small gods. And it's like, what, are you saying that deep down, far in, I'm God? I mean, who are you? I can kind of see myself in the camera, so I'll pretend to speak to myself. Who are you? I'm Chris. What, are you a sound a voice makes or mouth makes? No, that's not you, is it? It points to you, and there's this mystery. That's the only answer we can generate for that question. Goodbye.